Okay, so a lot of new installers and people in the DIY space tend to struggle with this. So in this video, I want to walk you through how to install vinyl plank flooring by locking in the side and then locking in the length and then how we tap it together. Now really this is just a matter of finesse, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get. But I like to lock in the side. Then with the long running seam, I like to lift up on the plank just a little bit, and I add my tapping block to it, which really is just a scrap piece of plank. We don't worry about buying any fancy tools around here. We work with what we got because we like to MacGyver our installs. It makes it more fun. But we lock that on, we tap it together. Now let me give you a view from this angle. See how I lock in the side? We're going to line up the long running seam, and typically at the furthest point you can lock that in just with your hands, and then at the cross seam close to that section, you see how I'm lifting up, just tap that down, and once it locks into place, the plank will drop down for you. You get a little bit closer there, and bam, that's all there is to it. A little snap for security, good to go. Now occasionally if you're using the style that I do by using scrap pieces of plank, you are going to beat those up and you're going to swap those out. But I like to use those because when you interlock them into the existing planks, you don't run the risk of chipping the plank. It's locked in, you smack it with a hammer, you're good to go. With those tap blocks, occasionally you can get a little aggressive, damage the plank, then you got to pull everything back out, reset, and it's just a big time waste. So for me, that's why I like using scrap pieces. And always try to utilize your waste there. You see I had that little tiny piece, couldn't use that. So I got that one plank that's going to do the second row. Let's go ahead and do this end cut now. So I got it going in reversal. I'm going to score that to the length I need it, snap it off with my hands. We're going to get that plank out of the way. That'll be a great starter piece for the other end. And take this plank, and we're going to go ahead and line it up here. So let's go ahead and slide that forward a little bit so I can know what I have to work with. Get it out from under the baseboards a little. And check that angle there. So here we go. We're going to lock in the side. Now, just so you know, it's going to be a little bit tricky when I go to lock these in, but that's okay. We're going to get it here. So work that back and forth. And you want to get it about even, and then we'll go ahead and get our next plank cut and lined up. But yeah, look at this, giving me all sorts of trouble here, trying to do a DIY how-to video, and you see me caught in the struggle. At least you know it's real. So there we go, we're about lined up there. Once we know we're good to go, we'll go ahead and bring in that next plank. Bam, stalled that one long enough, huh? Okay, so we got this one lined up in reversal. We're going to go ahead and score that. Just use that knife, or you could use a utility blade. Both are equally effective. Just be careful when you're doing so that you don't cut yourself. Lock in the side, lock in the length, and then go ahead and get that tap block just to secure it officially, and we're going to keep pressing forward. So watch this. Got the tap block, lock it into the little tongue and groove there. Tap, tap, tap. Might even have to throw a foot on that one so it all lines up evenly. Look at this. Boom. Good to go. Slide it back under the baseboards. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's get another plank. Let's keep this thing rolling here. We're going to have you as pro material before this video is over with. Now, if you have any questions, you know you could drop those down below. I may create the videos answering your questions for you, but really I just want to break down how simple this is. It's DIY friendly for a reason. There's not a lot of installers in the marketplace anymore, and rather trying to beg these individuals to come to your house, let's just show you how to do it. You could do it yourself and move forward. Now, if you're super busy or you got piles of money and refuse to go ahead and get that installed, then you could go ahead and reach out to an installer and expect to pay somewhere between $2 and $3 a square foot to have the plank installed. That's average prices. Some guys are going to charge more. It depends on how demand it is in your marketplace. And that's if it's empty and ready to go. So you see this room we're working on here. Got the subfloor down. There's no furniture to move, no takeout, no prep. They're just coming in, setting it. $2 to $3 a square foot is what you could expect to pay. Like I said, other markets, some guys I've heard pulling crazy numbers, upwards of $7 a square foot, and good for them. Hope they're bankrolling that so it lasts through whatever recessions come our way. Get you a close-up shot here so you can see the angles. Grab that plank. Once again, I always set it up in reversal. So now that it's lined up, you score it, all good there. Snap that off, spin it around, drop it into place. See how easy that is? Very DIY friendly product. Lift up a little bit, tap, 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 locked in, and you're good to go. Now you're a pro.